A North Carolina man was allegedly shot to death by his 11-year-old grandson Monday night after the man shot his own son during a family dispute. We kind of need like a Venn diagram or a flow chart to even explain this. There's a grandson, a father, and a grandfather. The oldest shot the middle guy, who then and then after shooting the middle guy was shot by the youngest guy. I mean, it's just, I don't even know how to explain it clearly, Lewis, because it's such an insane situation.
Right. The 84-year-old grandfather shot his 49-year-old son with a 22, and then the 11-year-old grandson killed the 84-year-old grandfather with a shotgun.
Right. The other interesting thing is that there were multiple guns involved here. In other words, it wasn't that the 84-year-old shot the 49-year-old with a gun, and then that same gun was used by the little kid. The little kid had a 12 gauge that was a separate gun that was used for allegedly committing the crime. Deputies determined that Lloyd Woodleaf died a short time after being shot, and his son Lloyd Peyton Woodleaf was taken to a local medical center for treatment. No charges yet. Charges are pending. There are certainly going to be charges. Now, the interesting thing is the grandfather, it's interesting because the grandfather who shot his son is now dead, so he certainly can't be charged. The kid is just a little kid, and presumably it's the fault of an adult that he had access to a 12 gauge shotgun. Will the father who was shot by the 84-year-old end up being charged for the shooting of his own dad? I mean, it's just an insane circular criminal situation.
Well, in theory, I guess the grandson could have saved his father from the grandfather by killing him. I mean, it seems like the initial assailant was the grandfather.
That's interesting. I wonder if the NRA will count this like as a successful home defense using guns, because hey,
it could be.
The little kid was able to maybe, although I think that it happened quite a bit later in the day. I'm not totally sure on that. Because the kid was able to prevent his dad from getting killed by his grandfather. If the NRA counts this as a gun success story, that would truly be amazing. Once again, proving the sad but widely known fact that guns in the home are very likely to be used against yourself or people you love rather than these imaginary potential assailants. Very, very sad situation.
Crazy story, David, to be a fly on the wall during that whole thing.